coffee, I believe. I don't think we did the gum or the sugar-free candy. Actually, no, we didn't do the gum or the sugar-free candy. I'm pretty sure. If I'm repeating it, I apologize, but I think we did not do it. So, okay, so we're continuing with using the tip of chewing gum or sugar-free candy. So what does chewing gum or sugar-free candy do? What it does is it keeps your mouth busy. So again, if you remember, I introduced these tips to begin with by saying that these are not real forever solutions. They're more like putting a Band-Aid on a boo-boo, stopping the bleeding. So yes, I'm very aware, and so are you, that just because I have a sugar-free piece of candy in my mouth or I'm chewing sugar-free gum, it doesn't mean that I overcame my emotional eating. Of course not. But what it does is it gives you like that temporary like pause, right? Like, oops, I can't do that. I have gum in my mouth, or I have sugar-free candy in my mouth. And a lot of times, like sometimes it's just like the fixation of, I mentioned last time when a smoker quits smoking and he has the fake cigarette. So like what he's looking to do is just like do the puffing, right? Like he's just looking for this motion. So by chewing gum and by sucking on a candy, we're sometimes just looking to keep our mouth busy. And if we're in a situation where there's a lot of food and we have to like physically take the gum out or spit the candy out, it gives us pause, like, oh wait, there's something in my mouth, I have to get rid of it. Reminder, okay, I shouldn't be eating this. Another thing it does is that it keeps the flavor in our mouth fresh. So like if you're in a social event where you're talking to people without masks, hopefully, finally, and it's like you don't want to have bad breath. So like you want that gum and the candy for good breath. If you go start eating like Chinese food or smelly schnitzel or whatever, like your breath is going to change. So it accomplishes a lot of things. An alternative to this, or in addition to this, what you could do is just brush your teeth as soon as you're done eating. So yes, I'm aware that people will eat again and go brush their teeth again, but some people wouldn't because it's like another barrier. Like, oh, I brushed my teeth. You feel the freshness. It's annoying to have to brush your teeth again. If you want to really, really do something, you could even floss your teeth. And then if you really, really want to take it a notch up, is get the Crest white strips. Okay, so even if your teeth are really, really white, they'll just get a little whiter, and worst comes to worst, it's not harmful. The Crest white strips have chemicals on them. You can't eat for 30 minutes before, you can't eat for 30 minutes after, and not until you really wash out your mouth really, really well. So the Crest white strips also, A, they're a barrier. B, it's going to be like already you'll delay it. You'll be like, oh, I don't want to like take them off and wash my mouth out and whatever. So it might make you stop. It gives you pause. Okay, the next tip is iced coffee, even decaf. Okay, so what is this about? So whenever I speak about this or post about this in public, I get a lot of resistance about it because people are like, oh, why are you promoting coffee? Okay, so I'm not promoting coffee, although there is nothing wrong with coffee. What I'm saying is that most people get very, very, very tired at around the 4 o'clock hour. We've been up for many hours. It's like not dinner, way past lunch. Our blood sugar drops. We're tired, and we need something. So we sometimes turn to food. So instead, okay, and not only we need something when we turn to food, everyone, that's when most women are in the kitchen, like kids are coming home, they're preparing dinner, they're setting up dinner, some kids are starting to do homework, they're just in the kitchen a lot. So when you combine that together with being exhausted and your blood sugar dropping, it's like a recipe for failure when it comes to dieting. So what I tell people to do is to, before they get home, to get a coffee, an iced coffee preferably, because it will be that oral fixation with the straw. It could be decaf, and if you don't want to have caffeine, late in the afternoon, and just sip on that. Because again, just like the smoker, when he puffs on his fake cigarette, every time you want to eat, you'll sip. Now, a disclaimer, just in case you think this is what I mean. I'm not saying coffee should ever replace food. It does not replace food. It does not replace snacks. It's not a diet tool. It's just if you find yourself that from 4 to 6, you don't stop munching and you're tired, the coffee will be a helpful tool, not instead of something, in addition to something.